Happy Tuesday. I just got done working out and now I'm making some oatmeal for breakfast. And I realized while getting everything ready how much I would love to do like more B-rolls of like getting the pot out and putting on the stove and getting the water, but it's been really hard to do that with my arm in the sling. So that part of wanting to do stuff like that has been very difficult just because of my arm being in the sling and everything like that. So once everything gets better, I definitely want to start doing more B-roll, but right now it's kind of like not an option just because I can't do it. And mostly because I can't hold anything in this arm, so I'm doing everything with this hand, and that is very difficult as well. So today is an exciting day, and part of the reason I wanted to do a vlog today is because I go to the doctor's at 1:45 and get the okay to come out of the sling. When I went to physical therapy, every time I've gone, they've said, like when you go, he'll definitely give you the okay, like you're doing so amazing. And last week into this week has been rough. Last week I was very sore, so I actually only worked one day last week, which, it kind of sucks because like I want to go back to work and I want to do things, but I just can't. And I have to just like, sometimes on certain days I was beating myself up, but I really can't do that because there's nothing I can do. Like, I'm in the healing process, I just have to go with the flow. And this week I went to work on Monday and then I went to physical therapy and we actually started moving my shoulder. So I did like a bike where you put your hands on it. It's not like a foot bike, it's a hand bike, and you move it like this, and you're moving it with this hand or this arm to move this arm, which I wasn't in any pain, felt really good. And then we did one where like this rope was above your head and you're pulling this arm up with this arm, which that one was really nice too, just to get the stretch. And then the last one was really hard because I was laying down and had a stick in both arms and had to push up, and that one was agonizing. Like, I couldn't do that one at all. And then of course at the end they stretch you before you leave. And it was funny because when I was leaving, my physical therapist, she's like, when you go home, do Tylenol right after, or ice your arm because you're going to be extremely sore because this is the first time your muscles are moving. And I was like, oh, okay, because through this whole process I've never felt any pain. I've had days where I've been like sore, but nothing is very painful. So I was like thinking to myself, like, no, I'm going to probably be okay. And I wasn't. So later in the night, it was very painful, and I had actually taken one of my painkillers, and it really didn't kick in. So I was tossing and I was turning and had a very rough night. So I knew that yesterday there was no possible way I was going to work because, one, I am in a pain, and two, if I don't get any sleep, I noticed I get very crabby. So I'm like, yeah, I'm not even going to attempt to do it. So usually I don't take my pain medicine during the day just because I like to take it at night before I go to bed. But yesterday I had to because it was so bad and I was so achy. I took one, I went upstairs to where I lay down and sleep, and I got myself comfortable and I just knocked out. And I was probably out for 3 or 4 hours, but when I woke up I felt so good. Like, it just felt so good to relax and be able to get sleep. And I ended up taking another one last night too because I'm like, there's no way I'm going to be able to sleep. And I usually never take 2 in a day, but like, it was so bad. And I woke up this morning and I took a shower, and I've been feeling really good. So I think what I'm just going to have to do is take Tylenol either before or right after, and I'm just going to have to really keep up with the medicine. So I have been taking Tylenol and Advil. I was doing that routine when I first came out of surgery, and it's supposed to help with the pain. Well, then I stopped because I wasn't feeling any pain, and I'm like, oh, I'm fine, I don't need it. But I've recently realized I do. So I'm getting myself back on the routine of doing Tylenol 3 times a day. Advil I do twice a day with breakfast and then with dinner. And after it builds up, it's just supposed to help with the soreness and the pain. So I'm thinking once that starts building up again, it won't be so bad. But because I stopped, my body is just like full force having it all. It's been rough. It's not anybody who has any surgery, we don't think it's going to be that bad, but it is, and we don't, I think, realize how bad it is until we're in it. And for me, because I haven't felt any type of pain or anything lately, I'm like, oh, it's not that bad. But now moving it and feeling that intense pain was the first time I'm just like, oh my gosh, in tears, really feeling it all. Like, not saying this whole time I haven't dealt with being upset or cut my head off there, upset or having issues. I've definitely like had days where like I've broke down and I've cried, mostly because like you can't do the things you did before. So it's definitely like, I'm not saying I haven't had days like that. I definitely have had very bad days dealing with the shoulder, but nothing recently that has been like it was yesterday. But I'm excited because going to the doctor today and getting the okay to come out of sling is just another step towards recovery, and I'm excited to just keep getting better and keep getting stronger and see where I am, in 2 to 3, 4 months from now, and just keep constantly getting stronger and getting better. But I'm going to finish getting my breakfast ready. I'm probably going to sit down this morning and try to work on the script for my next podcast episode. I am almost at the end of it, and it's so exciting too, just to get back into doing that and getting back into doing things that I could do before but can't do now. Things that I could do before and now I can get back into doing right now, because I had to stop, obviously, because I wasn't doing anything. I was just sitting around and kind of taking care of myself and not being able to really use this arm. I wasn't into just like sitting and typing on my laptop. And even right now, I don't technically put the laptop on my lap. I put the laptop down and I have a little tiny keyboard that I use because it's closer to my lap and I don't have to stretch my arms out. So just being able to get back in the flow of something and doing things has been nice. Like, obviously, I've definitely kept up on doing the vlog and trying to do one of those every week just to keep myself going, just to keep something, in the works and keep myself moving. So I'm just not like stop completely, and then when I get back into it, I'm just like, ugh, like I really don't want to do that. So I'm going to put some brown sugar and butter in my oats, and then we're going to sit down and get some work. Just got home from work, and the reason I say we is because that one over there on the couch is home too. And I have about an hour and 45 minutes ish before I go to the doctor, and they tell me if I can officially be out of the sling. I'm pretty sure it's going to be yes, and that'll be nice because I think my arm has definitely gotten sore from just being in a sling. So, Mr. cat eating my straw. Likes to chew on my straws. So, no, he's not. No, because he's like over here. So, haven't decided if I'm going to eat lunch now or wait until we get back. But I might have like a sandwich or something because I am hungry. I haven't eaten anything since this morning when I had my oatmeal. So I'm probably going to eat some lunch and... Huh? You had a burger for breakfast? He had a burger for breakfast. Anyways, he eats like burgers and pizza and wings and usually whatever is left over in the fridge he'll eat. So I don't. I actually eat like breakfast items. Like,
I had a breakfast sandwich too.
You had a breakfast sandwich too?
I had a breakfast sandwich at 12 o'clock this morning. That was my lunch technically. At 9 o'clock I ate a burger.
So you had a breakfast sandwich and a hamburger?
Breakfast and lunch. That was my lunch.
He's saying because he got up at midnight and then went to work, that was breakfast, and then around 9 he had a hamburger for lunch.
Yeah, I'm eating dinner in 2 hours and I'll be sleeping in 2.
I guess that's true, yeah, because by the time we get back from the doctor, he's probably going to be going to sleep because he's been up all day, so he'll have dinner and then go right to sleep. Anyways, I am probably going to get something to eat, and I will talk to you guys later. We came home and we sat outside while it was raining in the garage while Ken smoked a cigar. But the news is I am out of the sling. So obviously I still don't have a lot of the movement that you would normally have. It's still going to be a journey, but now I can slowly start moving it every day, trying different things with doing it, and eventually over time I'll just keep getting stronger. And in 6 weeks I actually have another doctor's appointment just for another update to cover phase 2, which now phase 2 is moving this arm a lot more, getting more exercises during physical therapy, like doing the bike with your arms, doing a rope where you pull a rope down and your hands are on it and it pulls this up, and then a bar one where you lay down flat and you push it up. And the more I start doing those, the more I will get strength back in my shoulder. So now with the sling off, I'll be able to start moving it around a little more and gaining more strength. It was interesting that he said after 6 weeks, even if I was to move weird, it's not going to damage anything inside. Everything inside now is secured and healed, which is just very neat. So basically I'm excited because I'm out of the sling. I thought it was going to be a lot harder than it is. I definitely thought I would have a lot harder times and it was going to be very rough, but it's actually not been as bad as I thought it was going to be. like pain wise hasn't been too bad besides when I went to physical therapy and after when I actually started moving it. Before that it wasn't too bad. So everything is going great. I am so excited for this next 6 weeks to see how much stronger I get and just to see how I progress over, the next 6 weeks. Of course, I am in PJs and I am getting ready for bed, so this vlog I'm kind of ending it the way I started this morning, which was getting out of bed this morning, and now I'm getting back into bed now. But I just wanted to share with you guys that I am officially out of the sling. This is very exciting. I kind of feel silly because I almost don't know what to do with my arm. Like, I keep holding it up and guarding it when I can actually put it down when I walk. So it's very weird. It's something usually you don't think about, but when you have surgery and then you're recovering, it's all you think about. So that's kind of where I am right now. I just gotta let my body relax and get back into it. That's why I said it sounds silly, because that was one of the questions I asked the doctor too. I'm like, well, what do I do with my arm now? And obviously you can just let it go, and he said eventually I won't even think about it. I'll just go with the flow and it'll just become a normal part of my day. So I am so excited to share that with you guys. I'm so excited for the next 6 weeks just to see where everything goes and how I progress. So I am going to head to bed, and I will talk to you